Welcome into the Cat Lodge and another episode of the Cats Review. I am your host Solomon, and today the cats and I are reviewing the Dancing Fish by Amazingly Cat, which is an electronic life-sized fish that flops around on the floor when touched. Let's check it out. With the Dancing Fish purchase you would get the fish itself, a USB cable, and a bag of catnip. In addition to this, you will also need some form of power adapter or computer to charge the fish via USB. Now, something seems to have gone wrong with my delivery, since I didn't receive a box. The fish simply arrived wrapped in a plastic bag. At first, I was a bit taken aback by this unusually crude packaging, but I have double-checked and there is supposed to be a box, as well as an extra bag of catnip. I don't know if Amazingly Cat or Customs is to blame for this. Either way, what this means is that I can't read the description on the box and have instead turned to Amazingly Cat's website to see what the promised features are. And they are as follows. Easy USB recharging. Simply recharge and forget batteries. Sounds great. Motion detecting motor inside. Kicks just like a real fish when touched. Stops itself when left alone. Also sounds promising. We'll check how well that works. Extra large in size. Length 11 inches or 30 centimeters. Surely that's a medium size. For a fish, I mean. Refillable catnip pouch. Cat-safe Velcro pocket is easy to refill with catnip over and over again. Cool. Let's charge this bad boy up and hand it over to the cats. Thank you, Sultan. Danzig, you're up. Danzig. Come on, lazy bones. You can at least go and have a look. Alright, well, yeah, thank you, Danzig, that's all I ask. Jesus. Okay, over to our next household, the residence of Smulan and Sherlock. And last but not least, we have the adorable kitten, Balder. Let's see what he thinks of the dancing fish. Alright, the cats have given us their first impressions, and, with the exception of Danzig's, they were all positive. And in the case of Balder, overwhelmingly so. As usual, we did our longevity test, where the cats got to try out the toy for a minimum of 2 weeks, just to see if their opinions changed over time, for better or worse. And my oh my, do we have a mixed bag of results to put scores on. Zoltan enjoyed the first date with the fish and has since played with it occasionally in short bursts. Definitely not a favorite toy, but since it has seen repeated play, Zoltan gives the dancing fish a score of 3 paws out of 5 possible. Pretty good. Moving on to Danzig. Well, as you might expect, no change in opinion there. I reckon the fish was simply too big and too noisy, meaning that Danzig gives the dancing fish a score of 1 paw out of 5 possible. In our second household, Smulan seemed really keen on the toy to begin with. Both the owner and I were surprised when I was there filming, since Smulan is notoriously hard to find toys for. But alas, it was not to be. Smulan never touched it again, not even once. So I'm afraid that's another 1 paw out of 5 possible. And strangely enough, Sherlock followed suit and pretty much just ignored the toy. The owner says that the first few days he did give it a tiny bit of attention, but would immediately lose interest as soon as the fish stopped moving. He never really grasped or accepted the idea that he had to activate the fish himself, and after some time he simply couldn't be asked to even approach the toy. Unfortunately, that means we have yet another 1 paw out of 5 possible. But what about our kitten then? Balder absolutely loved the dancing fish from day 1 and onwards. After 5 weeks, he still played with it as intensely as he did during his first encounter. Absolutely incredible. Balder gives the dancing fish a solid 5 paws out of 5 possible. Approaching this from a human perspective, we'll start by checking the checklist of promised features and see if the dancing fish performed as advertised. Easy USB recharging. That worked really well, so checkmark there. Motion detecting motor inside. This feature seemed to be both a blessing and a curse. For Balder, this was great, since he would often wait for the fish to stop moving and then go in for the kill. Sherlock, on the other hand, lost interest when the fish didn't show any signs of life. The function does work as advertised though, so another checkmark there. Extra large in size, length 11 inches or 30 centimeters. Well, the metric conversion is slightly off, but the size is accurate. Refillable catnip pouch. Cat safe Velcro pocket is easy to refill with catnip over and over again. Maybe I'm missing something here, but this pouch is not refillable. Or rather, if you open it, it's not resealable. And Amazingly Cat are not selling catnip or replacement pouches either, meaning that once your 2-pouch supply runs dry, that's it. If you got some catnip lying around, you could of course empty a pouch, refill it and gaffer tape it back together, but I seriously doubt this is what they mean with easy to refill over and over again. So no checkmark there. But here there's also mention of the cat-safe Velcro pocket, and this is something I really like. Using Velcro instead of a zipper or buttons improves the safety of the toy immensely, since there's nothing that the cat's claws can get severely stuck on and no loose parts that can be swallowed. However, I did notice that sometimes the pocket opens during play. But if we take a closer look at what hides inside, we can see that there's nothing that can be harmful to the cat. The inside has a nice lining that protects the stuffing from being ripped out and eaten, and the motor itself seems very solid and safe. Amazingly Cat has really kept everything as simple as possible, while not skimping on quality or safety, which is great to see. The big question is, of course, will this toy suit your cat? Well, considering how much Balder loved this toy, I can imagine that the dancing fish would suit most kittens, and would actually be a perfect toy for them to grow up with, since it is both safe and very durable. If, however, you have a cat like Danzig, who is sensitive to sound and doesn't like bigger toys, then I don't think this is the right type of plaything for him or her. Now, I've seen plenty of videos with adult cats loving this toy, so I wouldn't dismiss it based solely on our experience, but we can at least conclude that not all cats are going to like the fish. And taking into account the rather hefty price tag, I would say you're taking quite a risk when buying this for an adult cat. On the flip side though, if we try to put a positive spin on it, buying an expensive, durable, high-quality toy also means that you can easily sell it, online or to a neighbor or friend, in case your cat doesn't like it. I hope this helps in your decision making, and if you end up buying one of these, or if you already got one, I would love to know what your cat thought in the comments below. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in our next video.